how do you think we need to measure progress and the impact during the collaboration with an implementation agency?
Having been in the CSR space for a fairly long time, initially when we partnered with NGOs or gave them grants, we used to write in our grant conditions, we need a midterm UC, mid-year UC, which could be unaudited. And then we need an end-term, report with pictures, with dates, with data, with information, and an audited UC. And even if the midterm UC didn't come in, we weren't really, very particular about it. But of course, the scenario has completely changed because we, as a corporate, are held to such stringent standards of reporting now that, down the line, this cascades. So if I am going to be hanged if I don't report by a certain date, I will have to hang somebody. I mean, there is no option in that. So I think increasingly the requirements, many corporates are, they have their own database structures and partner to fill it in. There is, monthly reporting, there is meetings. But I think this is an ecosystem which has to develop, and it has to be more a collaborative thing. A corporate can't keep demanding information and results from an NGO. In the development field, we know that a lot of things go wrong, that processes are long-term. So I think the corporate has to approach it with some kind of sense and sensibility, and also capacity build the NGO to be able to report. I mean, correct. You can't impose so much of a burden of reporting on the NGO that the poor guy doesn't have time to do his work, but is only sitting and filling your databases. So these are, it will evolve in the next few years. Already, many people are moving, and converging in this direction. Impact, of course, is always, I will say so many children reach, so many teachers trained. Impact is something that all of us grapple with in the social sector. So, and it is a long-term thing, right? So, I mean, at one level, you look at outcomes and outputs, and then at a longer level, you look at impacts. But CSR will have to use the same tools that the development sector uses. And there are lots of well-developed tools. So I think, a kind of collaborative approach between corporate and NGO, understanding each other's requirements, frequent field visits, frequent meetings, all of these are very, very important. Maybe even a kind of internal evaluation, if not an externally sponsored evaluation, a multidisciplinary team comprising of both corporate and NGO getting together and seeing what happens, reviewing it. Those are good kind of things which are coming up.
That the expectations that are there from the CSR, from the corporates, based on their budgetings and their reportings, and then the NGOs it's like there is a gap between the thought process of the implementer and the provider. What I feel and what I am also working towards is, the corporates need to actually start creating a shared value program where their entire approach towards this community has to have a paradigm shift. They cannot say, a manufacturing company cannot say, I'm going to pollute the air and I want an NGO to go and plant trees. Or they cannot say, I'm going to pollute the water and I want an NGO to go and clean it. So that instead of doing that, if there is a shared value created by the corporates, and the NGOs can come hand in glove and then work towards only that area which is needed to be pushed to the next level. So, otherwise, if this gap is there, it will only keep increasing. The corporates will say, okay, I'm spending as a CSR. I've got this budget. I'm going to give it to you and you please go and do the good. And obviously, like Meena also said, that the impact comes after 5 years, after 10 years. The outcome and the outputs might come in now, but the impact is going to show later, right? So unless we create a shared value where the corporate itself is very cognizant of how the resources are being manipulated, how things are being, made around the community or around the societies, even the NGOs will be like, hand-tied. They may be doing the best of the work, but then the expectations between the two will never match.
Generally, we do two types of documentation to assess or performance the NGOs. One is work order that we usually issue through the SAP. That is a completely a work order which defines activities and their budget, nothing else. But apart from work order, we do prepare a MOU. Okay, in MOU, we define all the roles and responsibilities of a corporate and as well as NGOs. Suppose in some activities, there is mention to start a training center. Okay, so in training center, what would be the role of corporate? What would be the role of NGOs? And if it is required, what will be the role of government agencies? So before starting or completing any task, everybody would should clear कि in this activity कौन क्या करेगा. Otherwise, at the end of the day, everybody will start blaming to each other. That's why Meena has rightly said कि you cannot rely everything on the NGOs. So you have to keep prepared with your own responsibility. That is, but CSR is completely a collaboration. You cannot work alone. Even if it is required, you have to mobilize. Meena will say, she has a very vast experience. She will say कि how difficult to mobilize the local community to accept the project.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
So that is the measures that we usually take, and we make MOU for each activities. And budget is also released as per their performance. Suppose in skill development program, there is an amount of 10 rupees for from starting training to placement. So every rupee is allocated for each activity. Likewise, in training, we will release if mobilization is started, we will release 2 rupees. If the training is started, we will release 2 rupees, and accordingly 10 rupees will be fully released to the NGO partner. So that is very much clear in MOU. So there is no, under the carpet activities that we will later blame to each other. So generally we are doing the practice in our NGO partner, and we are very lucky, touch wood, that all the NGO partners are very good for us. Even if the women empowerment project, like in skill development training, life skill development training program, all the NGOs partner that we have selected, they are very much cooperative, and we have shown very good result in the community as well as.